Technology of Rejuvenating by the book of Grigori Grabovoi, number series of psychological normalization. Formed and represented by Antonina Kravtsova. This time I try to choose a couple of psychological terms which could be at once clearer for many readers. Technology of Grigori Grabovoi from the book introduction is as follows. The process of rejuvenating is carried out the following way. 6.1. Visualize that digits corresponding to one term are located from the shoulder to the wrist of the right hand. 6.2. Visualize that digits corresponding to the term which follows the term described in the item 6.1 are located on the skin of the left hand. 6.3. Feel how light flows from the digits on the left hand to the digits on the right hand. During the period of this light flowing through the area of your chest, perceive how you have solved the psychological aspect of eternal development, personal for yourself as well for all people around. The number series should be located closely. That's important. It is clear that you can take any pairs of number sequences when practicing this book. Indeed, a lot of things are important. What number sequence is located on the right hand? This sequence is the first one, and the light from the left hand comes back to the right hand, being reflected from the second number sequence, which follows the first one. That's how information flows in authors' books, and we follow step by step from one term to another. So we selected the number sequences. The first term, susceptibility, 4, 9, 8, 7, 1, 4, 8, 1, 6. The ability to have representations of different brightness and connection with the outside world with varying degrees of feelings intensity. This quality of personality is derived from representations. The second term, warming up, 5, 9, 8, 7, 1, 2, 4, 8, 8, 2, 1, 2. The process of adaptation to the actually performed activities during which there is a setting of all psychophysiological functions at the expense of actualization, the dynamic stereotype. Herewith there is an increase in the neural irritability and functional mobility of the nervous system, with the increasing concentration of excitation of the nerve processes. This setting reduces the execution time of operations, improves the pace of work and its efficiency. Warming up is usually complete within the first hour, followed by a steady operating state. That is important to realize the meaning of the number sequence. That is why I like the fact that susceptibility is the ability to have representations of different brightness and connection with the outside world. For example, the number sequence 4, 9, 8, 7, 1, 4, 8, 1, 6 is located as the first one on the right hand from the shoulder to the wrist. I allocate this number series on the right hand. And then I visualize the number series on the skin of the left hand. 5, 9, 8, 7, 1, 2, 4, 8, 8, 2, 1, 2. As the skin is a boundary between internal and external, then the term susceptibility is connected with the outside world, which is connected with the second term, as if through the hand skin. And since then, there is warming up, a process of adaptation of the performed activity for rejuvenating, which goes through the number series and from the skin surface, from relations with the outside world. That's how the process of adaptation to the whole body occurs. You read carefully the definition of warming up and get aware how the whole process of the nervous system setting occurs. And the numbers on the left hand do not exist in themselves, and they carry out the whole process of concentration, of excitation, of nervous processes for rejuvenating the entire body during the transmission of light through the chest. In the process of rejuvenating, feel firstly, then perceive how we have resolved the psychological aspect of eternal development individually and then for all others. And the process results that the light from the number series on the skin of the left hand is connected with the number series on the right hand. This means that warming up, or the process of adaptation, leads in this case to the ability to have representations of different brightness and connection with the outside world. In the process of rejuvenating, we perceive the aspect of eternal development. It means that we rejuvenate for eternal development, and not to have a beautiful body just right now, though, and for that too. This is a mandatory goal. Eternal development, and development happens at once during the rejuvenation process. For example, the term susceptibility also includes the quality of personality, which is derived from representations. While working with this number sequence, we're working with it at the time of control. We normalize susceptibility and acquire the ability to have representations. This is important in technological processes. When working with the second sequence, we learn the process of adaptation, warming up, getting into a steady operating state. It turns out that we actually work with two terms, normalizing our abilities, while simultaneously visualizing number series in the right place. And the way of imagining numerical rows and the transmission of light through the chest is a technology of rejuvenating. And as you can see, there is a multi-level control where the aspect of eternal development is an important part in the work with both terms and a technology of rejuvenating. People should be aware of their eternity. From the above reasoning, it is clear that it is important to choose a couple of psychological terms appropriately for this technology of rejuvenating. In the shown example, setting for warming up reduces the execution time of iterations. Material is formed and represented by Antonina Kravtsova, translated by Irina Makrushina.